For thousands of years, people have been using saunas to relax, to connect. But what if that whole time they were sitting on one of the most powerful, scientifically backed secrets to a longer, healthier life? Well, today, we are diving deep into the incredible research that is seriously turning up the heat on what we thought we knew about longevity.
So let's just ask it straight up. Could something as simple as sitting in a hot room a few times a week actually help you live longer? I mean, it sounds almost too good to be true, right? But the answer that science is uncovering is, well, it's pretty mind-blowing. We're not just talking about de-stressing here. We're talking about a measurable, significant impact on your lifespan.
And here's the answer. A landmark study found that people who used a sauna 4 to 7 times a week had a 40% lower risk of dying from any cause compared to those who only went once a week. Let that sink in. A 40% reduction just from sitting in a hot room. That is staggering.
Okay, so a number like 40%, you've got to ask, where on earth does that come from? Well, it comes from a massive long-term study out of Finland, a country where saunas are way of life. And this study has really become the bedrock of our entire understanding of just how powerful this habit can be. And this wasn't some small, short-term experiment. We're talking about researchers following over 2,000 men for 20 years. 20! They track their sauna habits, their health, everything. And it's that incredible scale and duration that makes the findings so powerful and, honestly, so hard to ignore. So when they crunched the numbers, the data was crystal clear. It showed this amazing dose-response relationship. Just going 2 to 3 times a week dropped mortality risk by 24%. That's great. But the real magic happened when people went 4 to 7 times a week. That's when the risk just plummeted by 40%. It seems when it comes to saunas, more really is better.
But wait, it wasn't just about how often you go. The study found that how long you stay in also matters. A lot. The men who stayed in for over 19 minutes per session, they saw their risk of sudden cardiac death get cut by an incredible 52%, compared to guys who got out in under 11 minutes. So a 40% drop in mortality, a 52% drop in sudden cardiac death, these are insane numbers. It begs the question, what is actually going on here? Why does something as simple as heat have such a profound effect on our bodies? Well, one of the coolest things is how your body responds to the heat. It looks almost identical to how it responds to moderate exercise. Seriously, your heart rate can jump up to 120, even 150 beats per minute. Your blood flow increases, your blood vessels relax, and your blood pressure actually goes down. It's like a passive cardio session. You're getting a workout without doing the work. And all of this ties in to this amazing biological concept called hormesis. You've probably heard the phrase, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? Well, this is that, but on a cellular level. The heat from the sauna is a form of healthy stress, and your body responds by activating all these protective pathways that repair cell damage and make you more resilient down the road. But here's the thing. The benefits don't just stop with a longer life or a healthier heart. The research shows this incredible ripple effect, this cascade of positive changes that seems to touch almost every system in the body. And this right here might be one of the most stunning findings of all. That same Finnish study found that the frequent sauna users, again, the ones going 4 to 7 times a week, had a 66% lower risk of developing dementia and Alzheimer's disease. 66%. The theory is that the heat boosts blood flow to the brain and may even help grow new brain cells. Just incredible. And the list just keeps going. Studies show regular sauna use lowers systemic inflammation, which is a key driver of pretty much every chronic disease. It can improve your cholesterol numbers. It's linked to a lower risk of both stroke and even pneumonia. And for people with things like arthritis, it can provide some serious pain relief. Okay, so by now, the science is looking pretty convincing, right? So if you're thinking, I want in on this, what does that actually look like? How do you do it? Well, the research gives us a surprisingly clear blueprint for how to do this safely and get the most bang for your buck. All right, so here's the protocol. The Finnish studies use traditional saunas cranked up to around 175 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit. If you're a beginner, please start slow, like 5 to 15 minutes, and just see how you feel. Then build up. Remember, the research shows that while 3 times a week is good, the biggest payoff is at 4 or more sessions. But that last step on this slide, it is completely non-negotiable. Hydration is absolutely critical.
You are sweating a ton in there, and you have to replace those fluids. If you don't, you're looking at dizziness, headaches, or even worse. A good rule of thumb is to drink about 2 big cups of water for every half hour you're in the heat. Do it before you go in and do it after you get out.
Now, we have to talk about safety, because while sauna bathing is very safe for most people, it's not for absolutely everyone, and it's really important to know the potential risks and when you need to be careful. So if any of these conditions apply to you, you really need to talk to your doctor before you start a sauna routine. People with low blood pressure or certain unstable heart issues, you have to be extra careful. And yeah, fellas, it's true, it can temporarily lower sperm count, but don't worry, it bounces right back to normal after you stop going so frequently. And this last point, I cannot say this enough. The single biggest, most important safety rule is to never, ever mix alcohol and saunas. Alcohol messes with your judgment, it makes you dehydrated way faster, and it throws off your body's ability to handle the heat. This one combination is linked to almost all of the rare but serious sauna-related problems. Just don't do it. So when you step back and look at all the evidence, the lower mortality, the huge heart benefits, the protection for your brain, it's pretty clear. The humble sauna is way more than just a place to chill out. It is a powerful tool for your health, for your longevity, and it's all backed up by some seriously compelling science. So the only real question left is it going to be a part of yours?